Hi, I have in front of me a HDMI input selector. Basically, this is a 5 input and 1 output unit, but it'll be exactly the same procedure and basic specification regardless of whether it's for the 3, 4 or 5. So we're covering the whole lot in a single video. Sometimes the actual units can change a little bit, but this specification here, the unit I have in front is the main one that we have, but basically all competitive ones are almost identical. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give an overview of exactly what we have in the box, and then we'll go and we'll have a look at it actually in use and how we'd use it. The reason you'd use a HDMI switch like this is that if you had a number of devices, let's say an Android box, a Sky box, a few other devices, and you had a single television, it means that instead of having to push the cable in and out when you're connecting the TV, you can simply do it via the selector here, particularly handy if the TV only has a single HDMI input on it. So what we have here is we have the outer box that comes in, a very brief user manual that's in English. We have a power unit here, it's 5 volts, 1 amp output. We have a selector remote control here, and we have a little plastic tab here. We can just pull it out and it activates the battery. And we're on to the main event here, which is of course all of these LED lights here. We have the selector here, and we have a little light indicator, an on-off switch. And if I rotate it around, look at the back, we've where our power unit attaches in here. We've our output here. There's always a single output because it's feeding to a TV, and then depending on what unit it have 3, 4 or 5 inputs, and in this case, because it's 5 way switch here, it's 5 inputs here. So if we actually look at it in action here, what we've done is we have an Android box connected here into input 1, and we have a high definition satellite receiver here into input 2. And what we have is, if we want to come along and we want to move through it, we have 2 ways of doing it. We can use the remote control, or we can actually do it on the switch here. So I can manually just click through, and I'll just flick over, just go blank for a second, we're into the satellite receiver. And if I wanted to flick back, I can just go 1 here, goes blank for a second, and it comes back up there as well. So really, really neat little unit. All these units are available with free delivery directly from freetv.ie. So we have the basic range here, but we also have a 4K range, which is proving to be a little bit popular now, simply because it's moving from HD over to 4K. Now, these ones here still are by some distance the top sellers for us, but as time goes on, what you'll see is there'll be a move over towards 4K as people are future-proofing their investment. So overall, nice little unit, works extremely well. It's simple, compact, and just part of a much wider range of HDMI products that's available directly from freetv.ie.